In this video, we're going to create a draft analysis of our part. We begin by selecting Draft Analysis from our Mold Tools toolbar. The first thing we need to tell SOLIDWORKS is what the direction of pull. For this example, we're using the top plane. Now you'll instantly note that we have three colors applied to our model. We have red, yellow, and green. The green area indicates a positive draft, which is what we'd like to see for the top of our part. The yellow area indicates sections that require draft, which is what we'd not like to see. The red area is indicating negative draft, which we'd like to see on the bottom of our part. Now I know this part was designed for 1 degree of draft, so I'm going to reduce this 3 degrees down to 1 degree. Now you notice most of the yellow areas are turned to red or green, but we still have a few areas of concern. The sides require draft, but they're actually using a different pull direction. These will not be pulled from the top or bottom. Instead, they'll be pulled in relation to the front plane. We change that to front. You'll notice that these areas are both green and red, so they have the appropriate amount of draft for that pull direction. Areas that do not fall in line are inside of these bosses. Now, one of the great features of using draft analysis is an on-screen indication of the draft. For instance, if we go down to this sidewall here, you'll notice that it has 3 degrees of draft inside those vent openings. If we go to the outside of our boss, you see we have 1 degree of draft. But the inside, we don't have any draft. So this means when that hole was created, the draft was omitted on accident. So what we need to do is apply draft to that. If you click OK in your draft analysis window, the colors are going to stay applied to the model. You'll notice that our draft analysis button is depressed. We hit that again, it will remove the colors from our model. This gives us a nice indication on screen to make sure that we're going the right direction. Because those holes require draft, rather than going back and editing the operation that was used to create those, I'm simply going to add draft to them. By using the draft feature, I'm going to select a neutral plane. In this case, I'm simply going to select the top of the boss. Then I'm going to select faces to draft. We're going to select the inside of all 4 of these bosses and make sure that we have 1 degree of draft and that the pull direction is appropriate. And we hit OK, and all 4 of those are turned to red. So now we know we have the appropriate amount of draft inside those bosses. So now I can turn off the draft analysis and move on with the undercut analysis.